The United States has a gun violence problem. Mass shootings have dominated the headlines, conversations and political debate around America's gun violence problem for decades. But very little has been done about it. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been 147 incidents of mass shootings since the beginning of this year. Our correspondent, Susan Tehrani, sends us this ground report as President Joe Biden traveled to New York to address this problem.
With crime and murder rates skyrocketing across the United States, President Joe Biden traveled to New York City on Thursday to highlight federal efforts to fight gun violence. The visit started at the New York Police Department headquarters, where the president spoke of the need to increase funding for police and restore trust between law enforcement and the communities they serve.
The answer is not to defund the police. It's to give you the tools, the training, the funding to be partners, to be protectors, and community needs you and know the community.
President Biden, who was joined by Governor Kathy Hochul and Mayor Eric Adams, arrived in New York as 6 New York City police officers were shot in the past few weeks, and as shootings in the city are up by 32% compared to the same period last year.
We need, as I stated, a 9/11 type response to address the domestic terror that is pervasive in this city and country. And President Biden is here to deliver on his promise to come here. He committed to it, and he is here. And get New Yorkers the backup we need. Far too long we called for backup, and it was not here. It is time to have that backup.
Attorney General Merrick Garland accompanied the president for the trip, which also included a stop in Queens to meet with community leaders. President Biden's visit comes amid a sharp rise in crime in big cities nationwide, which has emerged as a potential flashpoint ahead of the 2022 midterm elections. Homicides rose in 16 major U.S. cities in 2021. FBI data shows murders in the U.S. are up nearly 30% in 2020 from the prior year amid the coronavirus pandemic. And ambush attacks on police officers were up 115% nationwide in 2021 compared to the year before. The president decided to visit the largest police force in the country, and his visit comes at a time when the majority of Americans, 81% of voters, say that the rise in crime is a cause for concern. It also comes at a time when the White House has been trying hard to dispel Joe Biden's image of being, quote unquote, soft on crime. The question is whether or not his focus solely on gun violence will be successful in achieving that. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.